So the question is, write about the Prophet's relationship with the following figures: Amina, Halima Saadia, and Abu Talib. Now, who are these figures? Amina is his mother, Halima Saadia is his wet nurse, his milk mother, and Abu Talib is his chacha. Amna, naturally biological mother. Halima Saadia is the one that he spent near to 4 years with in the desert. And Abu Talib, he spent his age from 8 to up till he got married. He was under the custody of Abu Talib, Hazrat Abu Talib. What can these relationships teach Muslims today about family ties? Now, relationships, what can these relationships, 3 different relationships, teach Muslims today about family ties? Now, first of all, if you can see, I have a biological mother, milk mother, and chacha. Chacha, who is the paternal uncle, who is Abu Talib, and a father figure. He was also the father figure for the Prophet ﷺ, because remember, the Prophet did not experience his own father. He was also his guardian. So first of all, what do we see in the relationships is that we see respect. In each and every relationship, we see respect for one another, respect for his biological mother, respect for his milk mother, respect for his father figure, the Chacha Abu Talib. What else can we see? Love. He loved his biological mother. And, some people think that, maybe the Prophet ﷺ went to his milk mother and then didn't come back until the age of 4. No. It's just like when you are sent to a hostel or you are sent some other place, you come and go. Your parents go to visit you, you come to visit your parents, but then you go back to your hostel. It's exactly the same. He would come and go, they would meet each other. It's not like that he was there for 4 years and they never saw each other. They had that interaction. And when his mother died, the love is so visible that he was crying, and Ayman had to pull him away from his mother's grave at Abwa. And then again, when he passed his mother's grave so many years back in his mature age, again he cried exactly the same way as he cried when he was a young child, when he first lost his mother. So it's clear and evident that the love he felt for his mother. Then his milk mother, the love he had for her, that when she came and visited him after, whenever he would treat her with respect. And his sister also, that was Shema, he treated her with also respect whenever they came and met him. And then the parents' value. The value of parents is also visible in their relationship, that how, the love and the respect, and how important the value of parents are. Whereas today, in parents' relationship with their kids, it's as you know, respect is leaving the husband and wife relationship. The respect is also leaving where in the parent and children relationship, and their child's relationship, which is drastic. It's a sign of Qiyamah. It's a sign of Qiyamah that when children will start being bossy with their parents, that is a sign of Qiyamah, right? And that is happening nowadays, that children are losing respect for their parents. They mouth them back, they show their attitude, and it's getting terrible, in fact. Okay, change of interests did not change attitude. Now remember, the milk mother, she was not a Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ turned Muslim, when the first revelation came. The change of interest, because now he's Muslim, their interest is something else. It didn't change his attitude. Even with the Chacha, the Ahl-Tashi claimed that he did accept Islam, and Ahl-Sunnah wal Jamaat claimed that he did not accept Islam. If you ask my point of view, for me, he's worthy of respect because he is the one who supported the Prophet ﷺ. And maybe, I believe that maybe he did not declare his Iman openly in front of others for some diplomatic reason, because remember, it was because of him that the Prophet was getting protection during his life. It was when he was out of, when he passed away, did the Prophet get attacked, to the, extreme level. So maybe political reasons, but for us, he supported the Prophet ﷺ. He was in Shaybi Abi Talib with the Prophet ﷺ, and up till the day he died, he said he's going to support the Prophet and his mission. So a verbal declaration, that's wallahu alam, Allah knows best. So change of interest did not change the attitude of the Prophet ﷺ. He did not say, okay, now my Chacha is not agreeing with me, so I'm going to be rude to him. Or my Chacha does not agree with me, so I'm not going to care for him anymore. I'm not going to visit him anymore. But what happens today in the modern, family, when children have different interests, what do? They start discarding, like this mobile phone. They're too into their phone, they're too into social media that they'll stop even talking and interacting with their parents. Okay, so what else do we see? That they care, the care. When Hazrat Abu Talib got ill, the Prophet ﷺ went to go and look after him, and we can see that care is needed in Muslim, in a relationship, in family ties. Okay, I've mentioned this before, cried for his mother many years later. So you can see that, relationship, if you have a strong relationship, even after the passing away of your parents, does not, make your love for them diminish. It increases. So after so many years, that shows that how strong relationship he had. Halima and Shayma, his milk sister, when they met him after so many years, it is said that he spread down his own, cloak for them to sit down. Abu Talib protected the Prophet ﷺ. What do we see? That, okay, they have different interests, but Abu Talib protected the Prophet up till his, the end of his life. So do you see that if you're the guardian, or if you're the chacha, if you have an orphan living in your family, you should protect them. And for family ties and relationships, protection is one of the biggest guard you can give. Okay, supported Abu Talib again, supported Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ throughout Hazrat Muhammad's mission. Whenever the Prophet needed support, he would go to Abu Talib. Whenever the Quraysh wanted to convey a message to Muhammad, they would go to Abu Talib. But Abu Talib always said that whatever you do, whatever you say, I'm always going to support him. I'm never going to let him, I'm not going to leave him on his own. So in family ties, continuous support between siblings, between parents, continuous protection by your parents, by your children. When the parents are old and they are frail and they've reached the senior years, then the support, the supporting factor is turned, the tables turn. Then it's the children who have to support their parents, and they have to protect their parents. So relationship goals basically in between parents. And if you have, sometimes, okay, maybe we don't have milk mothers anymore, but we have stepmothers. Sometimes there's a taboo attached to a stepmother, or sometimes you have an adopted mother. So even if you're an adopted child, or you have a stepmom, then you should also have these relationships between them also, not just your biological mother or your biological chacha. Any guardian that you are under, you should maintain respect, love, care, support. Okay, and Amul Huzn, what can you see? That the year that Abu Talib passed away and Hazrat Khadija passed away, the Prophet was so sad with the passing of his chacha that it was called Amul Huzn. He named the whole year as a year of sadness. And you can see the love that he had for his paternal uncle Abu Talib.